So on number 14, all parallelograms have opposite sides that are equal in length and parallel. So determine whether each polygon shown is also a parallelogram, select yes or no. So they've given you the polygons, and if it has opposite sides that are equal in length and parallel, that means it's a parallelogram. So the first one is going to be a parallelogram. A rectangle is a parallelogram. The opposite sides are equal in length and they are parallel. They'll run side by side and never intersect. But the trapezoid, it has one set of parallel sides, but it doesn't meet the part where it says that they're equal in length and parallel. So the trapezoid's not going to be considered a parallelogram. And then the rhombus, though, is going to be considered a parallelogram because it has the opposite sides that are equal in length and they are parallel. So the rectangle and the rhombus would be parallelograms, so they would be yeses for this. So this shows the correct answer. Then here, what is the measure of angle B if this is an equilateral triangle? So to be an equilateral triangle, that means that all the sides have to be the same length and the angles are the same measure. And if you'll remember from the video on Friday, we said triangles have 180 degrees. So that means we could do 180 divided by 3, since we know these all have to be the same. And that's going to give us 60, because 60 times 3 is 180. So each of these is going to measure 60 degrees. So that was the end of the Edulastic. I don't think many of you had questions about the beginning part of it. So, just remember here, 4, 1, we go over 4, up 1, so it's going to be the rectangle. Then here, a square and a rhombus are shown below. What attribute is true of one of the shapes but not of both? So the attribute, that's just a characteristic. So all the angles are right angles would be true of the square but not the rhombus. So that's the one that's not going to be true of both. 6, 4, if we go over 6 up to 4, we get to the parallelogram. Here, if you're having trouble with the triangles, look back at the video from Friday and that'll help you. So remember, we had different ways to name triangles based on their sides and based on their angles. So this one is an isosceles triangle because the two sides are equal. And remember, I said you can think about your eyes, and you have two eyes, so an isosceles triangle has two equal sides. Then we've got the right triangle that has one right angle. The equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal, all the angles have the same measure. And this actually gives you the answer to that bottom one. They're all 60 degrees. Then the scalene triangle is whenever none of the sides are the same length. Here they want you to just classify each of the triangles based on their angles. So we've got the acute triangle, we've got acute angles. The right triangle, the 90-degree angle. Equilateral, all the angles are equal, all the sides are equal. And then obtuse, it just has to have one obtuse angle. The same thing here. Isosceles, we see two equal sides. Equilateral, all equal sides. And then scalene, none of the sides are equal. How many sides does a pentagon have? That's something that, you just need to remember. Pentagons have 5 sides. Identify and place the figures which fit the definition of a quadrilateral. So quadrilaterals have to have 4 sides. So if it has 4 sides, then it's going to be a quadrilateral. All right, so I think that's everything. If you have any other questions, let me know. Some of you also were wondering about the mystery word for today, and it was in the introduction video, but I'll go ahead and say it again here if you watch these. And if you have already turned in your Edulastic, send me an email and I will let you redo it if you want to redo it after watching these videos. So the mystery word is pizza for today. Have a great day.